left out. We know that if we have the faith, yes, sir, in the words of a mighty warrior, you have the power to see us through. Yes. Amen. Amen. Anybody else? What's next? We're going to bring Lord.
Good evening, sir. What's up, Maceo?
Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes!
Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes!
He going to speed.
Save our homes!
I got it. Right here.
Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our home! Save our home! Save our home!
How are you doing? I'm with Clyde Bradley, voice of the Foreclosures.
How you doing, sir?
Well, last time that you were here in Atlanta, that I recall, was during the Voting Rights March, and now today I see that you're here for the vigil of foreclosure. Can you tell us what you hope to accomplish today?
We must make the economic recovery work for everybody. So first, working for the banks. Banks are recovering. Goldman Sachs stock is recovering. AIG has got $185 billion. The banks are recovering. We're losing we've lost $8 million in the last 18 months. Losing 4.5 million homes a year. 20 million on the water. People paying more than they're worth. 100 billion in student loan debt. So tomorrow in the market, they expect to auction off 1,500 homes. In every county there'll be an auction, 10 homes, taking people's homes in mass. People must fight back and save their homes and reclaim their children.
And do you think protesting and marching is an ideal way of people fighting back, or are there
It's a combination of marching. It requires demonstrations, litigation, legislation, but you cannot be silent in the face of terror and tyranny. This is economic tyranny. The banks that in fact created the crisis, they're getting bailed out. The people who are the victims are still being put out. It's not fair.
And is that the reason that you chose the Federal Reserve here in Atlanta
That's
today?
right, because the handling of the nation's monies matters. It's what's driving this agenda. And people from Goldman Sachs, for example, are very much into the government, and they're protecting each other, but leaving the people very vulnerable.
Okay. We also know that Atlanta is a city that's very dear to you. Did you choose this city because of the high foreclosure rate that it has nationwide, or
the high foreclosure rate in Atlanta, in Georgia, and in the Southeast, the whole area? People are just in mass losing their possession, their homes, and children cannot afford the rate of student loans, for example. Banks are getting 0% interest rates. The clunkers 0% interest rate. Students 8 to 20% interest rate, and therefore they can't stay in school. So we marched to restructure loans and not repossess homes, stop the foreclosures. Tomorrow they should be having a meeting where 1,000 homes are saved, not taken away.
So are you going throughout the Southeast or nationwide?
Throughout the country. We're going to be doing this right around the country. There must be a massive movement to restructure loans and stop repossessing homes. When you lose a home, your neighbor's home loses value, and the tax base goes down. That affects education and transportation, police, teachers, firemen. So the entire economy is sinking because there is no present plan for proper restructuring of the economy bottom up. It's all top down. It must be bottom up.
Okay, so on a final question, for those who are currently facing foreclosure or in a crisis situation, any immediate actions that they can take to cease the actions?
We'll begin to fight back. People are losing homes without fighting back, as if they're guilty they did something wrong. They didn't do something wrong. They got deceived. they got tricked, they got violated. And the only way to end abuse is to fight back. And so at some point we had to march to end denial of access to public accommodations. The march to get the right to vote. The march to open housing. And we fight to maintain it and keep our houses and our children in school.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. We hope to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A staple of involvement within the city. What is it exactly that brought you out here today?
The fact that as I go door to door to greet homeowners during a campaign, I noticed that so many homes in every neighborhood was either closed up, boarded up, or no one came to the door, and you could see that there was no activity in some of the beautiful homes. So I realized that people had been foreclosed on, or their mortgage was so delinquent that they just up and left their beautiful dreams, their homes. So I want to do everything I can to support the effort of narrowing the gap on foreclosures. It's time that people realize their dreams and be able to save their homes. So I'm here today because I want to just stand with all the people to make sure that we say no to the banks who have taken advantage of people and the mortgage companies that had these variable loans, balloon notes, and things that people could not afford in the first place, and then they changed it on them. They're losing what they have had all their life, a roof over their heads. So food, clothing, and shelter is something that we all look forward to. But a real home is something that you dream about. When you get it, you don't need to lose it. So I'm here today to just support it. And I'm glad that there's so many other people here supporting this effort.
Okay, and one more question, since foreclosure is particularly crippling in Georgia and within the Southeast for that matter, what further initiatives can you take if you are elected into office?
If re-elected to the state senate, then on the state level, I will make sure that I voted to stop predatory lending, and now we've looked at all the other bad loans that's on the book. So we want to also look at credit scores. They are using credit scores when they don't look at your credit worthiness. And so I think that they need to abolish that, or it's not a law, it's a policy of many banks. But it's hurting real people who work hard, who deserve to have an opportunity to get the real loans. And then they give loans to other people who lose their homes. So I want to make sure that I do everything I can to have hearings, talk to the professionals in the housing areas, and put the right legislation in place that will protect homeowners all over the state of Georgia.
Well, I don't want to keep you from your important mission today, but thank you so much.